Hello, hello, hello. I'm Kay with ComicsVerse at New York Comic Con 2015, and I have the great honor of talking with Simone Bianchi. And he's a very busy man, so he's being very nice to talk to me today. How are you, Simone?
I'm doing really great. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, no. Thank you. So my first question is, your strong points seem to be ink wash and watercolor halftones, and I'm just curious, what about that media drew you other than more so than other mediums?
Um, it actually started by chance because when I started to work for DC Comics and I had to be right on time on my deadlines, I just found out that doing watercolors and ink wash was helping me to go faster. That's because I didn't have to type my pencil too much, and the ink wash helped me to find the right volumes to go with the final line around. You know, so again, despite the fact that everybody might think it would take longer, it is actually used to take me shorter. So that's how I got into the ink wash thing. Though these days I'm using it a little less because I'm trying to focus myself on black and white and pencil as much as I can. But I would still love to do that. But again, it was just by chance. It was helping me to go faster.
Oh, I mean, that's interesting because I think that, at least for me, I'm trash at watercolor. I'm so bad at it, and I feel like it takes it takes a certain sensibility. So it must have just come really easily to you. I'm still very much a ink and pencil person, so that's really interesting. So correct me if I'm wrong, but from okay, from when you were very young. You traced over Spider-Man, Daredevil, Fantastic Four, Batman, and Superman. What about these comic characters did you feel fondly about, if it's true?
First of all, I really love to draw them all. Being Italian, we had a much better coverage for Marvel characters. DC had a very erratic publishing history back, not only in Italy, but all over Europe. So I have to say, maybe, like those Marvel characters, I tend to, like enjoy drawing them a little more. Especially Wolverine, of course. I can't wait for him to be back. I love to bring him back, actually, to
Yes.
draw that story. And Spider-Man, I'm doing like Spider-Man right now. The Spider-Man 1.1 issues with Jorge Molina, and the first issue will be out in November. It's gonna be like a 6 issues run. Spider-Man is just a lot of fun. It makes me feel like I'm 5 years old again. Like the same feeling. It's just pure joy. It's not my job. I can feel the labor of it. It's just pure joy. So Spider-Man definitely, and a couple of other DC characters, which I don't like to talk, like a guy with a very long ears, like. But I'm not allowed. Yeah, who that could be? I'm not allowed to talk about it being an exclusive Marvel artist. So
Well, actually, I was wondering, since you were just saying that you would love to bring Wolverine back, do you mean just like classic Wolverine? Because I understand that X-23 is now Wolverine. How do you feel about that?
X-23 it's definitely no Wolverine. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I love the characters.
Yeah.
You could be a nice X-23 actually.
Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. Okay. Anyway, yes.
But I mean,
She's X-23. She's not.
yeah, exactly. So Wolverine is Logan. So we're all waiting for Logan to be back, stronger and better than ever.
All right. Well, hopefully you'll get to draw him as such. It would be a good team, the two of you.
Yeah.
All right. So another question I wanted to ask was, so you used to do humor comic strips, and you also did an animation. I was just wondering, like, this kind of goes back to your artistic media question, but what about comics kind of drew you away from animation and comic strips versus comic books? Or were you just kind of...
No, first of all, I was much younger, much younger. So I had just different tastes. I used to be a huge comic book strip fan, and like humor comic characters in general, especially Asterix and Obelix,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I grew up reading that kind of comics, so it's of course it was what I wanted to do back then. Again, I was much younger. It was like 30 years ago. Yeah. Animation, it's a different story because I got into that as a concept artist. So I actually used to draw, character design and sceneries and environments, and it's been a lot of fun. But if you always have to be part of a much bigger group versus I like to do my own thing, and and being responsible for both the good and the bad. So it was fun. I learned a lot out of that experience with animation. We used to do like musical video clips when music business was still very good and a lot of money were there. I mean, music business is going to hell right now. But it was a lot of fun, and I mean the band we used to work for were really popular band back in Italy. So it's been a lot of fun, especially because I'm a huge music fan.
Yeah.
So for that time of my life, I've been able to mix the two things together.
Yeah, I actually was going to ask off of that, because you did animated music videos, do you still have a very close relationship between illustrating and listening to music?
Absolutely.
Is it necessary, do you think?
No, I don't think it's necessary, but I think it's enjoyable. It's my passion.
Yeah.
I used to play drums. I can't wait to buy myself another drum kit sooner or later. I have a 3.5 year kid, so sooner or later I will buy a drum kit to him as an excuse, and then we will be playing together. But I'm listening to so much different music, especially progressive music from the 70s. So Pink Floyd, King Crimson, Genesis, Gentle Giant, Yes, a lot of metal from the 80s and the 90s, all the big band, Queenstrike, Metallica, Faith No More, AC/DC, Iron Maiden, like, I can name like 100 bands, and of course a lot of pop as well, a lot of new age. I'm into classical music as well. The only genre I'm not really crazy about, I can get into that, is jazz and fusion. It's
Really?
Yes, it's really kind of I don't know, like it makes me feel a little
Unsettled?
unsettled. Yeah.
Is it because it's like improvisational, or?
I don't know why. It's just the sound of it. And of course, I'm listening to a lot of Italian artists as well, whose name, of course, you wouldn't recognize. But I mean, all of it. I'm a huge Leonard Cohen fan,
Okay, yeah.
and
Leonard
Bruce
Cohen.
Springsteen, of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
The Kings.
the Kings. The big. I mean, the David Bowie.
He's still doing good work.
Oh. Leonard Cohen is still doing great live shows too. So too many. Peter Gabriel, of course, with his solo albums. Wow, I could talk for music for. I'm actually a producer. I'm producing a band in Italy. Because I don't have the time to play, but I got to know these young guys from my hometown.
Wow.
They're amazing. Like, it's a rock band. Pop. It's not pop. It's like a real rock band. They writing amazing music, and I'm producing that.
So are we going to know more about that on your website, do you think? If you continue?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
All right. Because I'm really excited about that. And I mean, also, do you think that you have influences? Like, do you think that the musical figures that you listen to influence how you draw characters? Yeah.
Absolutely. I forgot to name, of course, Led Zeppelin, U2. I mean, the big name, especially Led Zeppelin, John Bonham drumming. I mean, the way they play, it's inside my work as well. I'm sure about that. It's very difficult to explain how it gets there, but trust me, it gets there. Even all the drum solos that I'm listening to on YouTube, Simon Phillips, Terry Bozzio, all these, Billy Cobham, Mike Portnoy, all these, like, Neil Peart, all these amazing drummers.
Yeah.
Even when I listen to drum solos, it always gets into my work.
Yeah.
That's really interesting, because that kind of suggests that your drawing has a rhythm to it, and it does make sense that you like drawing Logan, because he's such a He's such a rock star, I think.
Yes, absolutely.
But so my final question is that you worked with Grant Morrison for Astonishing X-Men, did you not? Or
Warren Ellis.
Warren Ellis. Okay, sorry, not Grant Morrison. Warren Ellis. He's also a king, though. And
Yeah.
so
It's more a queen than a king, but it's okay.
okay, that's fair. Why not? So I guess my last question is just for my own selfish reasons. Who is your favorite X-Men just as a character, not necessarily to draw, but just in general?
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love to draw Cyclops as well. I like him. Yeah, but I like I designed the costume, so I like him a lot as a character to draw.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I like it as a character. I'm saying I like to draw him, which is different. And who else? Oh, Sabretooth, of course, and Storm. She is amazing.
God. All right. Yes, I agree with all of those things.
I'm glad.
Yeah. So I think that's all I got for you. Is there anything that you want to tell your fans out there?
Please go and check www.simonebianchi.com and my Facebook page and my Twitter, because we constantly bomb our socials and my website with news and new art for sale, new product for sale. So it's all about money, of course.
Yeah. No,
I'm
he
kidding, I'm
does.
kidding.
He does so much work, not just for art. He does illustration. He's a
Yeah.
producer. He loves music. How do you say no to that? You do not say no to that.
Don't dare to say
Also,
no.
Wolverine. Okay, stop. All right. Well, I guess that's all for today. Yeah. Thank you. This is Kay. Working for ComicsVerse at New York Comic Con 2015. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great content. YouTube channel, ComicsVerse TV. You can also find us Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. Not as important as Simone Bianchi, but it's still in there. It's still really important. And for more in-depth comics analysis, check out www.comicsverse.com. www.comicsverse.com. Simone Bianchi, thank you so much. It was very fun. Yeah, thank you so much. Have a good con.
I will try my best.
Good. All right, and thank you, viewers. I'm Kay, and you're watching ComicsVerse.